What if your Social Security benefits were suddenly at risk, just because of a policy change you didn't even know had happened? That's exactly what's unfolding right now. President Trump has just issued a powerful executive memorandum aimed at cracking down on fraud within the Social Security system, and the changes are already in motion. From new fraud investigation teams to stricter enforcement of eligibility rules, the Social Security Administration is taking action. And if you receive benefits, these updates could impact you directly. In this video, we're breaking down exactly what this new order means, what the SSA is doing about it, and the simple steps you can take today to make sure your benefits aren't delayed, reduced, or denied. These updates affect millions, and that's why it's critical to stay informed until the very end. Welcome to Financial Area, where we bring you the most important financial updates that impact your everyday life. If you find this information helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more essential updates. On April 15th, 2025, President Trump signed a new executive memorandum titled Preventing Illegal Aliens from Obtaining Social Security Act Benefits. This move marks a significant shift in how the federal government plans to tackle benefit fraud within the Social Security system. The memorandum has already drawn national attention, not just because of its firm stance on immigration-related fraud, but because of its potential to impact how benefits are distributed and verified across the country. It signals a new era of enforcement, where eligibility rules will be more strictly applied and verified at multiple levels. What makes this development even more notable is the Social Security Administration's public support of the order. The SSA, which typically remains neutral in politically charged situations, has aligned itself with the goals of the memorandum. This means that the agency is not only prepared to implement the changes outlined in the order, but is actively working to expand its enforcement efforts. Their endorsement suggests that the problem of ineligible individuals receiving benefits, whether intentionally or due to record-keeping failures, is being treated as a serious threat to the integrity of the system. The timing and focus of this order point to growing concerns within the government about fraudulent claims draining the Social Security Fund. With an aging population and ongoing pressures on federal resources, preventing unauthorized access to benefits has become a top priority. The administration argues that strengthening eligibility checks will help preserve funds for those who truly qualify, especially vulnerable seniors who depend on Social Security as their primary source of income. The memorandum is framed not just as an anti-fraud measure, but as a protective policy aimed at ensuring long-term sustainability of the program. In response to the new executive memorandum, the Social Security Administration is taking immediate steps to expand its enforcement capabilities. One of the most significant changes involves the creation of specialized fraud investigation teams. These teams are being deployed in areas known for high populations of undocumented immigrants, where concerns about fraudulent benefit claims are most pronounced. Each team will work alongside newly assigned federal prosecutors, whose sole focus is to identify, investigate, and prosecute cases of Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid fraud. This coordinated effort is designed to move beyond just detecting fraud. It aims to aggressively enforce consequences and create a strong deterrent effect. Another key part of this enforcement push involves tracking earnings reports submitted by individuals over the age of 100. The SSA has flagged this group as a potential vulnerability in the system. While many centenarians do continue to receive benefits legally, earnings activity among this demographic can sometimes indicate that benefits are being misused or that deceased individuals are still being claimed. When discrepancies appear, such as unusual earnings activity tied to someone aged 100 or older, it triggers an automatic investigation. This data-driven approach is meant to identify irregularities that would otherwise slip through standard verification systems. The SSA is also launching a comprehensive audit of its own records, targeting one of the most persistent and troubling issues in the system: the millions of deceased individuals who are still listed as alive. This vulnerability has allowed some people to fraudulently collect benefits in the name of those who have already passed away. By cleaning up outdated records and cross-referencing federal and state death data, the SSA hopes to shut down one of the most exploited loopholes in the benefits process. This effort is long overdue and is now being prioritized as part of the broader fraud prevention strategy. At the same time, the SSA is reviewing a recommendation made back in 2023 to reinstate civil monetary penalties for individuals caught committing fraud. If approved, this measure would allow the agency to issue fines of up to $10,000 per violation. These penalties would apply not only to fraudulent applicants but also to people who help others file false claims. Reinstating these penalties would restore a powerful enforcement tool that had previously been scaled back, making the cost of fraud significantly higher and more personally damaging. Finally, local and state agencies that help administer Social Security benefits are being placed under new scrutiny. These agencies will now be held more accountable for verifying eligibility and ensuring that no ineligible individuals slip through the cracks. This means tighter coordination between federal and local offices, more documentation requirements, and closer reviews of applications, especially in regions where improper benefits distribution has been flagged in the past. With these sweeping changes underway, current and future Social Security beneficiaries need to be more vigilant than ever. One of the biggest shifts is the increased oversight of local and state agencies involved in benefits processing. These agencies are now under strict federal pressure to enforce eligibility requirements with greater precision. For individuals applying for or currently receiving benefits, this could translate into longer processing times, additional paperwork, or requests for updated documentation. Even small discrepancies could trigger reviews or delays, making it essential for beneficiaries to stay proactive about their status and information. These enforcement efforts are designed to protect the Social Security system from fraud, but they also come with potential downsides for legitimate recipients. There is growing concern that the heightened scrutiny could inadvertently make it harder for eligible individuals, especially seniors and those with limited access to technology or support, to receive the help they need. As the SSA tightens its processes, some beneficiaries may find themselves caught in a system that's less forgiving of errors or delays in communication. For many, a missed letter or incorrect detail could temporarily disrupt their benefits, creating stress and financial uncertainty. That's why it's crucial for beneficiaries to take action now. The most important step is to verify that all personal information on file with the SSA is accurate and up to date. This includes your address, banking details for direct deposit, and any changes in income or employment status. Responding quickly to any SSA communication is equally important. Ignored notices or delayed responses can be misinterpreted as non-compliance or fraud, leading to preventable issues with your benefits. For those helping elderly relatives or individuals with disabilities manage their Social Security, now is the time to check in and offer assistance. Many older adults may not fully understand the implications of these changes or may miss key updates entirely. Helping them review their accounts, ensure their records are correct, and follow up on any SSA correspondence could make a critical difference. In this new environment, being informed and responsive isn't just helpful. It's necessary for keeping benefits secure and uninterrupted.